with number 2. Good job, Eric.
Like Zacchaeus, I'm a tax collector. Some call me Levi, and others call me Matthew the publican. When my character changed through my fellowship with Jesus, he changed my name as well. Jesus called me one day when I was in my office collecting taxes. "Follow me," he said, and I rose and followed him. Later, I gave him a great feast in my home, and many of his disciples and my business friends were present. When some of the Pharisees complained about Jesus eating with tax collectors and sinners, Jesus said, "Those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick do." Since that day, when I repented and followed him, I have studied our scriptures closely and am now convinced that Jesus is the fulfillment of all prophecies about the coming Messiah, God's anointed. I have studied our scriptures closely and am now convinced that Jesus
Is the fulfillment.
is the fulfillment of all I've studied our scriptures closely and am now convinced that Jesus Christ is the fulfillment of all prophecies about the coming Messiah, God's anointed. I have listened carefully to his sermons. Someday, I hope to write a paper proving that he is the Messiah. From our sacred writings and recording the heart of his sermon about the good news of the kingdom of God. The sermon he first delivered on the mountain in Galilee 3 years ago. It is a new gospel, good news for all the world. And yet, he has just spoken bad news, tragic news, that one of us will betray him. Who can it be? Will they suspect me because I was once a hated tax collector? Do I suspect myself